The toast lands butter side down, and you say the sentence. It is going to be one of those days. And then, obligingly, it is. The traffic is worse than usual. The email you dreaded is sitting at the top of the inbox. You snap at someone you love over nothing. You spill the coffee reaching for the phone. You miss the turn you have taken 1,000 times. By mid-morning, the case is closed. The day is cursed. Everything you touch goes wrong. And all you can do is brace for whatever is next. Because on days like this, there is always a next. So here is what I want to show you. Bad moments are real. Some days genuinely carry more of them. But most of what we call a bad day is not the day at all. It is manufactured by two things running in your own mind. And both of them can be interrupted. See them once, clearly, and the snowball loses most of its power. Not all bad moments will stop coming. The day, though, can stop becoming one of those days. Go back to the sentence you said over the fallen toast. It felt like an observation. It was actually an instruction. The moment you declare it is going to be one of those days, you have given the mind a theme. And the mind is ferociously good at themes. From that point on, it works like a curator. The three things that go wrong get collected, framed, and hung in the gallery as evidence. The 200 things that go perfectly fine get no frame. The car that started, the lights that were green, the meeting that was pleasant. They do not fit the exhibition. You find what you are looking for. We have talked about that eye before, the one that finds whatever it hunts for. Here it is with a deadline, curating a single day into a story of doom in real time, using maybe 4 data points out of thousands. A day has no plot. It is just moments, one after another, most of them neutral. Days do not have themes. Minds do. The verdict felt like a description of the day. It was a forecast, and forecasts like this hire themselves as directors. The second mechanism is the one that makes the cascade feel physical. Because things really do keep going wrong. Here is why. You carry each mishap into the next moment. The argument at breakfast does not end at breakfast. It travels in your chest into the car, where you drive a little tighter and miss the turn. The missed turn travels into the meeting as distraction, so you answer badly. The bad answer travels into lunch as a shortened temper. And now you have snapped at a colleague, fresh residue for the afternoon. None of this is the universe conspiring. It is charge carried forward. A rattled hand fumbles. A tight voice snaps. A rushing mind misses things. The bad moments are causing the next bad moments, through you. Because each one is allowed to stay on the field after its play has ended. Sports people know this one cold. The batsman who carries the last ball into the next, still replaying the edge, gets out on the very next delivery. Not because the bowling improved, because half his mind was still in the previous moment. The ones who last are the ones who can end each ball when it ends. Play the next ball as itself, not as a continuation of the last one. The Gita has a precise word for the capacity that breaks both mechanisms. And it rates it about as highly as anything can be rated. Samatva, evenness, equanimity, the settling back to level. And it says, flatly, what this evenness actually is. Sithya sithyo samo bhutva samatvam yog uchyate. The same in success and in failure. Evenness of mind is what yoga is. Not the postures, not the incense. The evenness itself. That is the yoga. Be careful with what this means. It is not numbness. It is not pretending the toast did not fall. The even mind feels the annoyance, deals with the problem, and returns to level. The way water returns to flat after a stone. What it does not do is let any single moment take the wheel of all the moments after it. The uneven mind gives the fallen toast the authority to run the whole morning. The even mind lets the toast be one event, exactly the size it actually was, and meets the next moment fresh. Evenness is not the absence of reaction. It is the refusal to hand out promotions where one small bad moment gets promoted to manager of the day. Now, honestly, some days do carry real weight. The day of the diagnosis, the loss, the genuinely bad news. This is not about those days. Evenness on those days means something different and gentler. Nobody should be told their grief is a curation error. This is about the ordinary kind. The stubbed toe, spilled coffee, snippy email kind. The days that turn dark on the strength of 3 or 4 small mishaps and a verdict. Those days, which are most of the bad days in a life, are largely built, not delivered. And what is built by 2 mechanisms can be unbuilt by interrupting them. So, 2 moves, and they map exactly onto the 2 mechanisms. First, put a full stop after the event. When something goes wrong, deal with the actual problem. Mop the coffee, apologize for the snap, take the next turn. Then close the event, deliberately. One slow breath and a plain, silent sentence. That happened, it is over. The mind will want to write, and then, dragging the event forward into everything that follows, a comma where a full stop belongs. You supply the full stop. The event ends when it ends, not 3 hours later. This is the same noticing muscle we keep training, aimed at the seam between one moment and the next. You are not suppressing the annoyance. You are declining to let it board the next moment with you. Second, catch the verdict. The instant you hear it forming, one of those days, everything is going wrong. Name it for what it is. A forecast, not a fact. Then check the only thing that can actually be checked. What is wrong right now, in this exact second? Not this morning, not the running tally, now. And almost always, the honest answer is, at this precise moment, nothing. You are just standing in a kitchen or sitting in a car, entirely intact. 3 moments of this day went badly. This one, the only one that exists, is fine. The tally was the story. This moment is the day. The toast fell. That was real, and it was the size of a piece of toast. Everything after was a collaboration. A verdict that hired a curator, and a charge you carried from moment to moment until every fumble had a father. The day was never one of those days. There is no such thing. There is only ever this moment, arriving new, asking to be met as itself. Evenness, the Gita says, is the whole yoga, even through the good ones, even through the bad ones. Deal with the moment, end it when it ends, meet the next one fresh. The snowball only grows if you keep rolling it.